Hello guys, and welcome back to my nursing journey here on YouTube. There has been some really important changes and some drastic changes here on this channel over the past week. And if you haven't seen Jacob's video before this video, please check it out because it will kind of make sense to all these changes. And it's been quite an emotional week because it's been something that's been going to happen for a couple of months, but we just haven't tackled it. So I'm glad we have, because it means that we can take this channel now further and take it to new levels, personally. Amongst these drastic changes around the channel, changes have been happening around my nursing journey as well, and some very scary but exciting changes as well. I start placement tomorrow, so I'm going to kind of talk about, placement tomorrow, how I'm feeling, but also kind of what I'm going to be exposed to and where I'm going as well. But before we kick off the video, make sure you do like and subscribe down below. Honestly, it means a lot. The reason why liking the video means a lot is because it enables me to know what videos you like and if you enjoyed the video, basically. And subscribing basically means that you are notified when I upload. If you are subscribing because you want to be notified when I upload, then I would recommend, when you do click the subscribe button, just click the bell button as well, because when I went back onto my analytics and I put them in the screen now, only 356 people of the 3,000 people that are subscribed to the channel have clicked the bell. So when I do upload, you won't be notified. It will come up on your YouTube page, but you won't be notified when I do upload. So that's really important. That's if you are interested to know when I do upload, because going off my schedule, sometimes I won't upload for a month, and sometimes I'll upload 3 times in 1 week. But that's something that's going to change. I promise you, I will stick to a regular schedule. But just so you are notified when I do upload, make sure you do click that bell. Anyway, let's get into the interesting part. So I'm going to an acute respiratory unit, which when I did find out, I was very nervous, and I still am really nervous, because obviously we're in the middle of a pandemic at the moment. It's a respiratory pandemic, respiratory virus, sorry. I am quite nervous about it, but I've gone into the ward, I've had an induction, I've picked up a shift on there and done a night shift as a healthcare assistant, which I would really recommend if you do find out your placement. Make sure you are signed up to an NHS where you can pick up shifts on the bank, and just have a feel for the shift. That's what I did. That was #1 tip for this video anyway. I picked up a shift and it really eased my mind, because I'm not as nervous as I was now, but going to an acute respiratory unit during a pandemic, you do have that apprehensive feel to it. As a student, you aren't able to work on the red zone. So at the acute respiratory unit that I'm going to, it's a 17-bedded unit with 2 respiratory high cares. Then it's split. There is a red zone as well. So the 17-bedded unit I'm working on, it won't be a red zone, which means there aren't any COVID-19 positive patients on the ward. There is then a split. There is like a big barrier in the way which splits off the ward, and the COVID-19 confirmed positive patients are on the other side. But obviously as a student, we aren't able to work with those. But we are mass fit tested, because we need to be to keep us safe during this pandemic. Working on acute respiratory, there are loads of different conditions which we are going to be working with, which I'll go over. Some of them that they've told me that I will be exposed to. If an outbreak occurs on the ward that you're working with, it's important you are mass fit tested to keep you safe as well. During my 12-week placement on the acute respiratory unit, I will be exposed to conditions such as bronchiectasis, asthma, COPD, bronchitis, empyema, pneumonia, pleural effusion, pulmonary fibrosis, pulmonary edema, sleep apnea, type 1 and type 2 respiratory failure, lung carcinoma or lung cancer, tuberculosis, And that's just naming a few of them that they've told me that I could, you know, expect to come across and be exposed to. The reason why they do this is because they want you to research and have an underpinned knowledge on the areas, so then if you are exposed to them, you kind of know what it is, because during handover these terms of the conditions will be stated that these patients have. So if you have an underpinned knowledge of these conditions, then it will really help you as well. So over the next coming videos I will kind of leave, you know, tips and sort of share the knowledge I have with you in terms of these conditions and during these videos. That's why it's so important to listen for all of the video. I'll kind of leave tips that I've picked up, abbreviations that may be useful if you're on an acute respiratory unit, or maybe even just taking a handover on a nursing placement. I will leave abbreviations that maybe you don't know, or maybe you do know but some people may not know, and I'll just leave them, you know, in snippets throughout the video as well. I am feeling really excited. It's not all the doom and gloom. I've never actually experienced some of these conditions before, so this will really change me and shape me as it. You know, I've heard so many good things about respiratory units, and it's very easy to be very scared to go to an acute respiratory unit during a pandemic, but there are other conditions, loads of conditions that aren't COVID-19, really interesting conditions, and some of these conditions can make you very unwell as well. So it's going to be a very eye-opening placement, but I feel I'm going to learn so much here, and I'm really excited. I can take some experiences and skills and knowledge from paramedic science, I feel, from that into this placement, because I have been exposed to some of these conditions. I know some people who have COPD, so maybe I could take that as well. I've seen people with COPD, both on the ambulance and with my family as well, so I am really looking forward to it, and I'm looking forward to this next journey and update you guys throughout this journey as well. And hopefully you guys will learn something as much as I will as well. So the shift times on the placements are obviously nights and days, long days. So long days start at 7 o'clock and finish at 7:30 at night, and then nights will start at 7:30 or 7 o'clock, because you take handover. So you start at 7, you take handover for half an hour, and then you finish at 7:30 in the morning as well. I'm kind of used to being, as a student paramedic, these are the kind of shift times that are, you know, bog standard shift times, NHS shift times. I used to do them on CCU as a student paramedic. I do them as a healthcare assistant with NHSP. So again, coming back to picking up bank shifts, if you've never done these shift times before, maybe picking up some shifts like this will get you used to working these shift times on placement, because you sometimes don't have the option to pick when you work. I've been given Monday, Tuesday and Thursday, so it's important you get used to those, because if you're working Monday and Tuesday long day, which I am, then you need to get used to the shift times, ensuring that when you do come back, everything, you know, you have the routine, you go to bed at a reasonable time, you get a good sleep, and if you don't, this could affect your placement. So it is really important to adapt to the shift times. And I think as you get through placements, you don't also learn how to become a nurse, you also learn with it how to become a nurse, but also manage your shift times better, and you kind of get used to it, I feel. Massive changes to the channel. I'm really looking forward to now where I can take this channel, and I really hope that you guys, you know, stay tuned, give the support that you have given me throughout this mad year. It has been really sad to see Jacob go, but I'm just so motivated to take this channel, to share my journey, and to meet some other people, you know, on this journey as well, maybe sharing your journeys or looking to comment on the videos and sharing your experiences with me as well. It'll also be really interesting to see where you guys are on placement, and anything you've learned. Have you just started? Are you halfway through? And if you have been on an acute respiratory placement before, share your experiences down below. I'd really, you know, appreciate that, because this will then enable me to take that in maybe into placement and know what to expect as well. But I start tomorrow. let's get all my stuff planned. I need to get my meal sorted, do a couple of things that the university you have to sign, which I'll go over on another video. And yes, this is really, really exciting and a massive day. Let's see what tomorrow brings. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure you do like and subscribe down below, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.